Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this video is probably going to ruffle a couple of feathers, but so what? It's stuff that has to be said, and that's why I'm saying it right now. This video is called 5 Reasons Why You Won't Make It as a Photographer. Number 1, you're lazy, and you make too many excuses why you aren't getting enough jobs. I'm tired of hearing the excuses like, I live in a small town, there's not a lot of people around, people aren't coming to my website. Well, stop being lazy. Get out there and do something to bring people to you, to bring the jobs to you. The number one thing that's bad is being lazy. You can't be lazy. You have to keep doing stuff. Number 2, you don't evolve with the times. How many times have you heard a photographer say, well, I don't shoot video, I don't do this, I don't do that? Well, you know what? If you're not evolving with the times, you're going to be left behind and you're not getting jobs. Do you think the original digital photographers, you know, the old school guys that were all film and didn't make the jump to digital in a timely fashion, do you think they're still around waiting now that film has come back? No. They had to go away, and the ones that succeeded are the ones that went from the film days and evolved into shooting digital. And now you evolve from shooting digital into shooting video and having all these different options, which goes back to not being lazy because you're starting to learn how to do other things in the photo world. You say there's too much competition. Now, number 3, too much competition. Yeah, there's a lot of competition. There's always been competition. And especially now with digital cameras, yeah, there's a lot more. But remember when the Brownie Kodak camera came out back in the day? Before it was made easy by Eastman Kodak to go ahead and shoot photos easily, there were a lot less photographers. And then there were a lot more photographers, but you know what? There was a lot of competition. But the cream rises to the top. Keep working hard. Stop being lazy. Evolve with the times and stop making terrible excuses. Number 4, you are using social media in all of the wrong ways. Stop trying to sell and push and start telling. Yes, I wrote that down. Stop trying to sell and start telling more stories. That's the key to social media, is you want to tell stories. You want to engage. It's not always, there's a discount if you sign up with me now. Sign up to get your photos taken. Stop pushing and start getting people to interact with you, and that's how you're going to get more jobs. Create videos, create blogs, tell your stories. That's what it's about. And what do I mean by create a blog? Here's an example that you could take to the bank. If you're a wedding photographer, and you say you're in Philadelphia, on your website, if you want to get more traffic, then start writing articles that have things to do with weddings and weddings and Philadelphia. So, top 5 tips for people getting married in Philadelphia. Do you think that's going to get ranked and come up in search results? Or if you put that on your Facebook page, that somebody's going to share that who's getting married in Philadelphia? Same thing, put a video on YouTube. I probably shouldn't tell you to do this stuff because it's competing with myself, but I want to see you guys succeed and not be the photographers who don't make it. That's why I'm sitting here adamant about this. Number 5, your photos simply aren't good enough. Sometimes you won't make it just because your photos aren't good enough. It really, you can't beat around the bush and say that bad photos and you're going to get jobs with bad photos. But I will tell you this. I know a photographer, a personal friend of mine, who says that he's more of a businessman, or he's a button pusher that is a business person. So he's a photographer, sort of, but he's more of a business person first, and it shows in his work, but he keeps getting jobs because he's not lazy. He puts himself out there and he gets jobs, even if they're not the greatest photos in the world. So even if your photos aren't great, well, guess what happens? If you evolve with the times, your photos are going to keep getting better. The more you shoot, the better you're going to get. So those are 5 reasons why you won't make it as a photographer. Take some of those reasons and prove me wrong and make it as a freaking photographer. Oh yeah, and if you think that photography is simply going and taking photos, it's not. You need to know business, marketing, advertising. You need to know how to schmooze and work with people. You need to have communication skills. So photography is mostly 5% of the time shooting, and the rest of the time is doing business to get more jobs. So right there, if you're too lazy to get all of that stuff down, then you may not make it as a photographer. And that's it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.